चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। नमः ॐ विष्णुपादाय श्रीगौरप्रियमूर्तये श्रीमते भक्तिवल्लभा तीर्थगोस्वामिने नमः। पतितपावन परम करुणामय परमाराध्यतम श्रील गुरुदेव नित्य लीला प्रविष्टोम विष्णुपाद श्री श्रीमद् भक्तिवल्लभ तीर्थ गोस्वामी महाराज जी के श्रीपाद पद्म में असंख्य कोटि साष्टांग दंडवत प्रणाम करते हुए उनकी अहेतु की कृपा प्रार्थना करता। By the mercy of most revered Srila Gurudev, we are able to discuss the glories of the holy name. Due to some unavoidable reason, yesterday we could not have this opportunity of having this Harikatha, this session. So anyhow, as we were discussing the glories of the holy name, it is very clearly mentioned that the conditioned state of the person is so lamentable, and also we can see that each and every moment is crushing the person in the on this ramp of materialism. So much materialistic people are becoming so much materialistic. They think that themselves to be enjoying, but actually the material world is crushing the person. Even though it may appear like we have advanced so much and we have conquered on this world, but actually each and everything whichever is being invented, everything is just giving pain, is giving so many misery to the people, those who are attached, those who are under the heels of this material world. Science has made tremendous advancement, as we heard day before yesterday, that how these high power machineries and so many latest technological things like mobile phones, internet, televisions, media, so many things keep on increasing day by day. But as a result, we can see that the rate of death, the percentage of people lamenting, the percentage of the people suffering in this material world, the growth is keep on increasing day by day. We had a brief discussion day before yesterday about this. If we talk about telephones, the telephones, they are so nice, so quick in communication, they are so nice in utility, but if we try to understand that people are suffering with brain clots and tumors and also huge radiation, so many other things. Now if we see the Android phones or some iOS, whatsoever they are, the screen is so powerful that as we keep on watching the phone, finally we end up spoiling our eyes. In the same way television, in the same way the media, which is trying to present the news of this material world, the news of each and every moment. So the media has advanced, and then it has become so faster that is also creating disasters in human life. So ultimately this life, this age is the age of misery. It is the age of machines. So when it's an age of machine, then it is quite natural that we can't find life in these machines, because machines are ultimately matter. There is no consciousness. And also people, those who are proud of these few things which they have invented, as a result these so-called scientists, these so-called technicians and all other people, those who have attained few things in their life, start to think and assume themselves to be the supreme controllers. Even they think that they can even control the nature, which is next to impossible. And today we can see that COVID-19 has proved COVID-19 has proved everything to be wrong. That whatever is your conception till today, everything is totally wrong. You might have advanced technologically, but when it comes to consciousness, when it comes to some kind of a natural problem which appears in this world, you remain totally useless. That is what this COVID is teaching the world. Every 100 years, like in the past, we can see for last 3 to 4 years, different kinds of diseases have been coming, different kinds of calamities have been coming to this world. And people, they could only tolerate this pandemic situation, but they could not find any better solution for any kind of problem till today. Even the doctors, they accept that prevention is better than cure, because cure for anything without the sweet will of the Lord is next to impossible. So the technology today has advanced enough so that it can help you to prevent and to prolong, that's all. If a person is suffering from cancer, there are hardly few cases who survive. If not, 99.9% of the cases are only prolonging. Even that is also a kind of useless thing. As long as we take chemotherapies or some other kinds of therapies, as long as we take heavy dosage of injections and pills, we can extend the span of our life. And that too, one fine day we end up with multi-organ failure, and then we give up this life. So that's why we have to understand, it may appear that we have advanced in our life, but the truth is we are deep inside fooling ourselves by such assumption. What we have advanced, we have only advanced in free controversies. And our acharyas, they have explained the controversy is non-different from Kali only. So Kali Yuga means what is advancing, only Kali Yuga is advancing, nothing else is advancing here. Here Kali Yuga is completely free. I am so sorry, my mouth becomes dry, I don't know why. So that's why this yawning keeps on coming. So please don't take it in another way. because of heat or something, I don't know. I feel some dryness in my mouth, so this yawning is coming. Please, thank you. So anyhow, what it is said that the philosophers have described. Who has described this? The philosophers have described that this particular age, this age we call it as Kali Yuga, which actually means the age of controversy, the age of miseries, the age of problems, everything, the age of afflictions, duplicity, hypocrisy, everything is there. Conflicts, all these things are becoming too heavy on this material world. Only this is what we are increasing. That's why you can see the rate of purchasing weapons has been increasing day by day. People, they purchase weapons, arms, to defend themselves or to attack others, or for any other specific purpose. This is the situation of this material world today. A person who is totally insecure, a person who is totally suffering with so many kinds of miseries, how it is possible for such a kind of person to be happy in this material world? It is next to impossible. So the one who has given up a life of peace and accepted the life of misery, how it is possible for them to be happy? It's totally impossible. So that's why it is said here, what the Puranas have termed the present age has been termed as Kali Yuga. This is Kali Yuga. Freedom of speech is the characteristic feature of the present age. You have the freedom of speech, and also the person has no control on his speech. Vakya Vek. And one who is having this urge to speak, one who has availed this freedom of speech, such person can never be happy. And what it is happening, there are numerous philosophies in this world which are opposite to each other. So everyone has freedom to speech, everyone has their own intellect, everyone has their own realization. As a result, they keep on speaking so many things, whatever comes in their mind. Yudhishthir Maharaj, he says, Munde Munde Matir Bhinnam. So there are different kinds of sages. When it was asked by the Yaksha to Yudhishthir Maharaj which path is the best path, then Yudhishthir Maharaj, he says, if we talk about the path followed by the sages, there are different kinds of sages, those who have different kinds of realizations. So some speak about the things which are important and useful for the mind. Some speak about the things which are useful for the body. Some speak about the things which are useful for intellect. And some speak about the things which are useful for the soul, means for the path of liberation. So like that, there are different kinds of people, and there are such kinds of rishis, those who speak about sense enjoyment. That is the thing we can see in this material world. Different personalities, different rishis, they have different things to project. And because they have the freedom to speak, or any other person in this world, there are so many philosophers nowadays. Earlier days, people, even though they have the freedom to speak, they still have control on their senses. So whatever they would speak, most of the content has been proved logical. But today, whatever we hear, whatever we see, modern day philosophers, they have the freedom to speak. So whatever they feel like, whatever they are inspired, they keep on speaking. But actually, nothing is going to help. So what is going to help? Yudhishthir Maharaj says, Mahajana gatasayena pantha, only following the footsteps of the pure souls. That is the only thing which can help us, and nothing else has the capacity to help. So here, because of their different realizations, so in order, what they are doing, depending on their realizations, they keep on presenting their own philosophies. And now, because of these dry intellectual personalities and these dry intellectual people, what's going on? So many irreligious rivalries are being occurring. That's why you can see that today people they fight. Today people they fight for the for having control on the things which they think is necessary for them, or in the name of creating such irreligious rivalries, fights, disputes and all other things, what they are doing, they are creating chaos in the society, which is not very proper. What is happening today? Even an ordinary person who is so useless that he can't even survive by himself in this world. He has nothing to eat, he has nothing to work, nothing. A kind of ignorant, foolish person in this world today. Also, what they are doing, they would not hesitate to speak anything. They would not hesitate to deliver any kinds of commands to the audience. And what they are doing, they only try to pick up some unnecessary and senseless arguments using their sterile brains and try to propagate and try to give their own conclusions. That is which can also be seen in this material world. They try to provoke people, they try to misguide people, they try to show the wrong direction. In olden days, if there was some critics are also the part of upliftment, are the part of growth. If someone is criticized, that criticism is taken as an inspiration by which the person can try to perform better. And today the criticism is done out of jealous, and the criticism is taken out of arrogance. So that's why all these people they are not tolerant enough to tolerate all these things happening around them. Not only that, as a result of this height of ignorance, what they are doing, that they try to create a kind of chaos in the society. That can be easily seen and understood in this current time of free controversy, Kali Yuga. What is happening? This legacy of hatred, jealous, disease, and anxiety, stress, all these things keep on increasing beyond any measurement. There is no possibility that we can make some measurement that to what extent it has increased today. It has completely gone beyond the borders and keep on increasing day by day. That is also the biggest problem which has been happening in this material world. And this person Kali, he is mercilessly, he has no mercy. And what he is doing, he has increased his influence on the vast population of this material world. So today this particular age Kali, because it is his kingdom right now, he has been given the authority to rule the world. So he is expanding his empire in such a way that he has been conquering the mindsets of each and every individual and creating disasters in their lives. Earlier, Parikshit Maharaj has given 4 different places for Kali Yuga, where it is said, wherever there is some evil thoughts for towards other women, there Kali will reside. So the one who desires to have some extramarital relations, the impact of Kali becomes too heavy on that person. And not only that, those who are very much into drinking of alcohols, addictions like smoking, drinking alcohol or some other kind of things, the impact of Kali has been very strong on those people. And also gambling, one who is engaged in gambling, there also Kali is residing. And those who are mercilessly slaughtering the animals and trying to eat them, there also Kali is always residing. Parikshit Maharaj has given these 4 different places where Kali can reside. But after the repeated prayers of Kali, Parikshit Maharaj has given one more place which is addressed as Swarn, means gold, means money, treasure. Earlier days the trade has been done through gold only. That's why it has been addressed as gold. But actually, if you have no money, how you will get gold? So that's why it is said that all these 5 places, Kali has been ruling on all these 5 places. Now because Kali has influenced the people, those who are involved or engaged in these 5 places, as a result, the impact, the influence is spreading on the whole world, and 99.9% of the population today are the bonded slaves of Kali Yuga. As a result, they are suffering from hypocrisy, diseases, sickness, so many other kinds of problems in their daily life. And also, what it is said, what it is said, so there should not be any kind of gambling, any kinds of intoxications, any kind of illicit sex. There should not be any kind of cruelty towards other living entities, and there should not be any anchoring for unnecessary, unwanted income. You can see there are so many people who try to take bribe, who try to earn so much money which is actually not white, means which is actually not legal. It's an illegal income which people are trying to earn today. So all those people ultimately end up being failed in their life. Those who have illegal income, they also have anxiety, they also have depression. So all their money is being going to the places where all these kinds of treatments are being made. So that person ultimately will not be in a position to enjoy anything whatever he has accumulated. In return, his family members will be enjoying, and when he see as a result of such enjoyment the life of the family member has been spoiled, then he starts to repent for everything he has done in his life. That's why we should avoid all these things. We should not keep any of these things in our life. We can also see from an historical event which occurred in the life of Yudhishthir Maharaj. When Yudhishthir Maharaj was asked to come and be part of this play in this gambling, so initially they started it for fun, but the opposition of Yudhishthir Maharaj is so strong in this gambling, headed by Shakuni, Dusyasan, Karna and Shakuni, Duryodhan, Karna and Dusyasan. As a result, what happened? Yudhishthir Maharaj, being the king, the righteous king and very pious personality, but still he started to lose the game, and now in the name of betting he has gone to the extent where he even put his brothers and wife also in the betting, in the gambling. So that's why we have to understand, Yudhishthir Maharaj is not a kind of person who does something wrong, but Yudhishthir Maharaj is teaching us. So many people, they think that Yudhishthir Maharaj has done wrong, but actually it's not that he has done wrong. He has taught the world that even you may be religious, you may be pious your whole life, but one mistake of yours can also ruin your life completely. So that's why he has set an ideal example by keeping himself in this drastic adverse situation. So this place is the abode of Kali, so we should not do that. We should not kill any animals. Cruelty to animals. Cruelty means what? Even those pets which we try to keep in our houses, that is also cruelty only, because they are wildlife. They are meant to live free. So to tie them with some rope, to give them some kind of trouble, that is also a kind of cruel act only. We should not, even there are many people, those who don't even drink milk because they are the followers of vegan lifestyle, because they don't want to give any kind of harm to any cow or buffalo or any other animal. So that's why they don't even consume not only cow milk, buffalo milk or goat milk or cheese, yogurt or anything else. That such kind of people are also seen in this world. So anyhow, cruelty is not good. We should not be cruel towards the animals, and that includes the eating of their flesh also. So those who are non-vegetarians, we are not here only to say that don't kill cows. No one should kill cow, no one should eat cow, because cow is mother. Mahabharata, the most ancient history of Indian culture, which says that Mataram Sarva Bhuteshu Gavo Sarva Sukha Prada. The cow mother is so merciful, and she is the mother of each and every living entity in this world. And also the one who takes shelter of mother cow naturally becomes very happy, because she is the bestower of all good fortune. Gavo Sarva Sukha Prada. She is the bestower of all kinds of bliss. That is the speciality. But here we are talking about being merciful towards all the species, not just cows, because cow is not an animal, cow is mother. But here they are mentioning about the cruelty towards animals. So we should not be cruel. And also cruelty towards the social animal is also not good. What is the social animal? Human being is the social animal. So cruelty towards human being is to torture them and to teach them sometimes the path of all other kinds of path which are not going to bring the person towards his ultimate goal of life, towards the ultimate attainment, object of attainment. So that's why our acharyas, they have mentioned about teaching people about knowledge, yoga, or some kinds of austerities or penances. All these things finally end up giving miseries only. So to teach someone about karma, to teach someone about jnana, yoga, all these things ultimately end up giving misery only. That is not correct. So what it is saying, and also the improper way of earning wealth is also not correct. Means to take bribe or to snatch from others, all these kinds of things, they are totally wrong. We should not perform any such thing only to enjoy. It's so sad that there are people who try to sell pills for abortion. Those who perform such abominable those who perform such kind of activities, all these things are not correct. You try to enjoy your life and finally you give pain to other entities by aborting. That is also not correct. And also in a dirty way, that understanding the need of the people, necessity of the people, selling such kind of pills and encouraging them for a fallen lifestyle is also not correct. We have to earn things only which are useful and which are simple and which helps the person to live a very quality life of goodness. So anyhow, just to live a very lavish and wealthy lifestyle, we should not use any kind of things, or we should not earn money. Money should be earned only the amount which is required for surviving, and also some amount of money can be kept for in case of emergency. But to anchor for earning money all the time and wasting our time is totally wrong. All these things are not recommended. So what it is said, a wealthy person becomes blind with the riches and falls as easy prey to all sorts of vices. So the wealthy person, one who has so much of wealth, what happens to such person? He immediately becomes blind with the money he has. And it is seen very clearly in this material world. As long as the person is poor, as long as the person is simple, he speaks, narrates so many philosophical things and ideals, but as the person starts to earn money, slowly heart starts to become very weak, and at one point they end up becoming very staunch miser people who doesn't want to spend even a single penny for the benefit of any other person. Such kind of life is totally useless life, which is not recommended or entertained by the intellectual people. And such person who has become completely blind, he falls from his life, and also he becomes easy prey, means easy food for all those for this materialistic lifestyle. What he does, such person carelessly gambles. He keeps on gambling and not caring how much he is losing. Unfortunately, I heard recently about one person who has been gambling and then slowly losing all his money. Finally, he has come to one point, the height of depression, and then finally at very young age, he did not hesitate to commit suicide and finished his life completely. And such persons, those who are gamblers and those who are losing in gambling, what they are doing, they become drugs addicted. They become addicted to alcohol or drugs, cigarettes, all those things, as they consider themselves to be following the path which helps them relieve the stress, relieve this tension. And also chain smokers. These people, they become chain smokers. Why all these things are being said? Because we have to understand that how a drastic disaster is seen in this Kali Yuga. Unfortunately, the effect of Kali is so strong. We only speak philosophy, we only understand philosophy when we personally are affected. When we personally are not affected, then definitely we don't speak any kind of philosophy. As long as we are affected, then we care for others, we speak for others, we raise our voice for others. But as long as our stomach is full, we try to earn more and more for ourselves, least bothered about the benefit of this society. We can see today so many people, they are having some issue that they are not comfortably breathing, so they don't want to use masks. They understand the government has gone crazy advising people to use masks, sanitizers, and maintain distance, all those things, control yourself, don't eat here and there, all those things. What benefit they are getting? It is for the benefit of the human society, it is for the benefit of the world. But there are people, those who are impatient. They don't want to use any kinds of masks. They don't want to use anything which can be useful for them as well as useful for the society. So such kind of people, they create so many disasters in the society. So when we talk about our day-to-day life, each and every moment of our day-to-day life is a misery, and it will be a misery. How to overcome such situation, that is what we have to understand. That's why these things are being narrated. Each and every day the person is crying in this material world, lamenting that for them it's very difficult to survive, for them it's very difficult to die even. They can't survive, they can't die. Only suffering, 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 all the time suffering these miseries. They keep on crying all day, all night. So what it is said, such people, all these people, these gamblers, what they are doing? What they are doing? They are slowly developing relations with opposite sex, because all these kind of habits, drinking, smoking, gambling, all these things, they pull the person more and more towards sensual passions. So such sensual passions are there that they encourage the person to go and unite with opposite sex. And now the people have gone to the extent they hardly care about opposite sex. They are satisfied within their own gender. So we can see in this world there are so many people, man and man are getting married, women and women are getting married. So such kind of homo, hetero kind of people, I don't know the list, there are like homosexual, heterosexual and some other kinds of people, those who are living in the society. We may not be an abnormal person that we are getting married by a male person, male getting married by male, female getting married by female. Not necessary that we are such kind of people, but still attachment towards opposite sex, attraction towards opposite sex is very harmful. That should not be increased. And not only that, dancing to their tunes, we make such people, women dance and or man dance, and then we try to enjoy their dancing. All these things are not correct. What is happening as a result? They are attacking the moral values. That's why we can understand today the world is lacking with moral values and also cultural values, spiritual values, ethics, everything. Everything is lacking in this world because the only reason is the movie industry, which is provoking the people, which is presenting all kinds of vulgarity, all kinds of abusive picture in front of the eyes of the people, which in turn affecting their consciousness, and people are becoming very cruel day by day. So we are not the people who discuss about the movies or television serials, but the lifestyle naturally is affected, because our brain, it takes all the impressions we try to put on it. We are so conditioned that we may not remember We are so conditioned that we may not remember each and everything happening in our life. That is very much possible, but one thing is very sure, that whatever such a kind of negative things have been done by us, or association done by the negative people, definitely makes a very clear impact on our consciousness. As a result, we have to suffer. And that is what is seen here, what it is happening. Such people, they are living an unholy life, objectionable food, everything what they are doing means not maintaining cleanliness, living completely unholy, not pure, and also the food which they are eating, which is not meant to be eaten by human beings, all those junk food, rotten food, or in fact the food which is in the mode of ignorance, eating all those kinds of food, all those things ultimately brings the fall down of the individual. Ruled by arrogance, lust, hatred and other, and such person, what they are doing, they are being ruled, controlled by what? By lust, by arrogance and also hatred. There is a natural kind of hatred feeling for everyone in this world, which itself is a big disaster. And what is happening? Now, what happened? The defects of Kali is described in various scriptures, and that can be even be practically seen today in today's life, because according to the Shastras, the impact of Kali goes to the peak not now, as the end of Kali Yuga is coming. So we are in the earlier stages of Kali Yuga. So the impact of Kali is still not very strong in this world, and we can imagine, if the impact of Kali is not very strong in this world, then only if there is so much of cruelty, hatred, everything, then what would ever happen if the Kali stays at his peak? In spite of these faults and inabilities of Kali Yuga, the one good quality that offsets all its drawbacks is the marvelous efficiency of the kirtan, or the chanting of the name of the Supreme Lord. This is what we have heard yesterday. Kaler dosh nidhe rajan asti eko mahadguna. If we can chant the holy name of the Lord, what is happening? We can easily come out of these drawbacks and then we can make our life meaningful, our life successful. That is the speciality. Human beings are weaklings in all respects. Their achievements may be many, but in the material sphere, but they can attain very little by their own efforts in the spiritual sphere. In the spiritual world, by their own attempt, they can only attain very little. In fact, by their own effect, by their own attempt, no one can ever understand the importance and the glory of the holy name, and also not able to understand the miseries of this material world. Even though they are such a strong weakling person, but not ready to accept it. The path for God realization is very difficult to So what it is said, the path for God realization is very difficult to those people, those who are weak by nature, those weak nature, weak human beings, and such human beings, they neither require the strength nor the necessity of patience. They don't need to require any strength, they don't need to have any patience. The strength and patience is for those people, those who are constantly all the time engaged only in the worship of the Lord. But those who are weak people, those who are materialistic people, they might have achieved so many things in their life, and at the same time a strong person might not have attained anything in his life. The perfection of life can't be measured with the things we do in this material world. They are just part of this material world. Ultimately, they are attaining nothing. Ultimately, they are attaining nothing. That is the speciality. So what it is said here, such people, those who are impatient, such people, those who are very weak, they can never ever achieve their goal. If we want to achieve our goal, we should be very strong and bold, and we have to inspire ourselves, we have to motivate ourselves so that we can drive ourselves towards our goal. But the one who is scared, the one who is not strong, the one who is not bold, such kind of people, for them it becomes very difficult to understand the ultimate goal of life. At every point, humanity is carried away by the strong currents of temptations. We keep on getting tempted each and every moment. For each and everything, temptation always remains for each and everything. Whatever we see something new and different, we always become tempted by that. And as a result of these temptations, the humanity naturally disappears. A man is often caught in the whirlpool of hardships. We can see very hardly the person has to work, and then slowly whatever comes, and person has to survive in this world with that limited amount of money. So all his hardships and obstacles vanish in no time if he is fortunate to possess one thing, that is the divine grace. Divine grace means what? The grace which is not ordinary. That's why we don't use divine grace, we always use His divine grace. His refers to Krishna, His refers to Gurudev. Mainly His refers to Krishna. When we say His divine grace, means the Lord's divine grace. And who is that? Pure devotee. Pure devotee is the messenger of this divine love, and he is considered as the divine grace. What is the most graceful thing which could ever happen in our life is to have devotion for the Supreme Lord. One-pointed exclusive devotion towards the Supreme Lord is the only thing which is not so easy to happen. Which is not so easy to happen. That is the speciality. There are people in this world who teach us only those things which are useful for sense enjoyment, nothing more. But the pure devotees, the pure souls, those who are the merciful expansion of the Supreme Lord, as a result of their mercy, our life will be completely changed. So anyhow, how could we puffed up as we are with the vanities of this world? Not possible. Deserves divine grace. An earnest longing in all humility from the depth of our heart is only so what it is said, self-surrender. Before it is said it is the age of machines, it is the age of Kali. So when it is the age of Kali, and if we try to act smart, definitely we become offended of the nature, we become offended towards Kali Yuga. So what we have to do to conquer Kali Yuga is to self-surrender. We have to surrender ourselves in the lotus feet of Guru Vaishnava Bhagavan. Once we surrender onto their lotus feet, our life will be completely transformed. Our life will be completely changed. That is the speciality. So the scriptures, they say, what is the way, which way to go to get this divine grace? The way is to towards the divine grace is to self-surrender. Means surrender your own by your own self, not by some compulsion, not by some helplessness, not by something else, by the own desire. Then only life can be happy, miserable, happy and satisfying, pleasurable. And what it is said, we must cry from the bottom of our heart with absolute self-surrender at the feet of the Lord, and we are sure to be listened to. What it is said, we have to cry from the bottom of our heart. We should cry. If we don't want to cry, then our prayers are never heard. If we want our prayer to be heard by the Lord, then we have to make sure that we cry from the core of the heart. Most revered Srila Guru Maharaj always used to say that cry from the core of the heart. Don't cry from the top. That is duplicity. True tears, they come from the heart. So that's why Srila Maharaj always used to say that don't behave like this, but practice to surrender yourself onto the lotus feet of the Lord. So whatever is the next, we shall discuss it tomorrow. Thank you very much. Once again, I want to tell you, maybe due to some dryness or what, I don't know, I feel some yawning and also sometimes hiccups. I really beg forgiveness from the devotees, those who are watching. Thank you very much. Jai Radhe Shyam.